Good morning, guys. Just hopping on here quick to do a little, analysis of ES going into today. We can see, we're looking at the 30-minute time frame here. We can see that every push up is getting sold off, right? Sold off, push up, sold off. So we're going to look for that to continue today. Price breaking down under here at least, coming back up, selling off. This is sort of what I'll be watching for. Anything to the upside has to break over this major area here. And I'll zoom in a minute and tell you what this mess is all about. But this is really what I'm just going to look for, is this push up into resistance and fail, right? You can see we pushed up into resistance here. We failed, right? We pushed up into resistance here. And then it failed down. Pushed up into resistance here. Let me just get this tool out. So we pushed up, failed, pushed up, failed, pushed up, failed, 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 right? You can see how that's what's happening right now. So that's sort of what I'm looking for. And then if we zoom in to yesterday's price action, let me just get rid of that. We can see we got over top of the daily 50 and daily 20 SMA, saw some consolidation, and then just saw a huge drop. And let me explain this sort of, you can see I have this mess up here where it says we have this area of large passive seller, and we have this price here at 68.70 with a large aggressive buyer, and 66.50 with another large aggressive buyer. So if we go to the footprint chart here, we can see yesterday's price action, right? So we push up into that area. Let me just zoom in real quick, and we can see big buying, right? Big buying here. Let me just see if I can get a tool to do this. Right, we got, how do I use this? Oh, never mind. We got this big buying here, right? No continuation up. Big buying here, no continuation up. We get this giant, I learned this from Carmine. He calls it a delta outlier. We had almost 2,500 contracts long right here. Price does push up, but then it immediately fails. Big buying, no move up. And then we get this other spot here with this buyer, aggressive buying at 2,700 contracts, shoots price up, then all these buyers get absorbed, and that's what causes that huge move down yesterday. That was very quick, right? So we can see it comes all the way down, right? So whenever you see these orders of large, right, large aggressive buying, large aggressive buying, large aggressive buying, large aggressive buying at our resistance level right here, no continuation up, that's a telltale sign that all these aggressive buyers are getting absorbed by a larger passive seller. So I've marked that zone there for today. And we'll see what happens if we get a push up into this area again, if we see large aggressive buying, or if we see this massive passive selling drive us back down again. So that was just the big thing I noticed. So basically my plan today is going to look like this. And then I guess I can zoom in and show you there was also at the bottom of that big sell-off, we can see that there was also a large passive buyer right at the bottom. That's at 12:30. That's at 12:30. So we can see right here, right at the very bottom. It's not quite as big, but you can see, right, we're getting this massive push down, right? Right, big selling, big selling, big selling. This whole way down, just big red, right? But then all of a sudden here, this is where it stops and price skyrockets up. We come back down to that area at about, was it 255? So we need some time here. Price comes back down to that level right here, and then all of a sudden we just see strong aggressive buying push the market back up. So I got that level marked out. I'm going to pull that up to about there. Well, that's only the passive areas there. So we either need to clear this large passive seller that was resting here yesterday and hold, or underneath this smaller but still large passive buyer for any move in either direction.